when we were saying that division is here, some people don't believe me. Watch this Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. He has finally hit the nail. You know, when Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his government was doing it during his time, they were laughing at him. They say Jonathan a Ogogoro man. Say if you don't drink Ogogoro in the morning, you can't dey talk rubbish. No insult wey this APC government, no insult Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They did it to understand that they carry in coffee for this Lagos, use and both them Tunde Bakare, the rest of them, they gather in Ojota. They call Jonathan all different side of name. Jonathan now don't finally come out and speak. Una know say Jonathan said be number one man where he believes say the only solution to Nigeria na to divide this country. And that's why in 2014, Jonathan call conference, may everybody call, make we sit down. Do we really think that this country we still want it to be one? But people like them, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who is in power today, they water him down. They call him manner of name, that they know what they are doing, that the moment they collect power from Jonathan, they will do the needful. Today, see where we find ourselves. Jonathan said them that time, say this election, where would they do every 4 years? So make we cancel this thing, make the election 6 years, do single tenor. Now, Tinubu be the first person where he kick against what Jonathan talk that year. Today, see him now. Tinubu, the moment he entered power, right from day one in 2023, May, as he remove subsidy, the next thing now to the plan how he will become president in 2027. They plan to with Wike, they destroy opposition party, do all manner of things just to make sure say he want to be president by all means. Today, now the masses they suffer. Make una watch this Goodluck Ebele Jonathan where he finally hit the knee. They say when two elephants they fight, now the ground they suffer it. All this rascality where APC they do, this APC government they do so now the masses they suffer am. Now the reason why you see say criminality they increase daily in Tinubu government, the rate of kidnapping now. I don't tell una say no be only Fulani bandit they kidnap. Other villagers now they don't join and they don't see say na recruiting business. People where they don't get work before, they say na idle hand is the workshop of the devil. As we speak, under this APC regime from Buhari government to Tinubu government, if you know how many companies where they don't pack their load leave this country, come out, you go know say Nigeria youth they try. In fact, the only thing where the whole Nigeria youth now make everybody no fall back to the streets, they do rubbish now because of social media. In one way or the other, whether you are into cryptocurrency, you are into forest, you are doing one or two things to make sure say they survive yourself and your family. If not, these old takers wey don't already promise themselves say nah, this country be their own property. Imagine what Tinubu they do. Alex Oti wey be governor of Abia State for good 8 years, he no do anything. He dey senators. Tinubu say nobody for Abia State where he go use as an ambassador. Now Alex Oti daughter now he go pick. Look Oshomole's son now he be commissioner of health for Edo State. Check all of them. This Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president of Nigeria, the son, the wife, the daughter is Yaloja. The wife was senators before. Tell me when poor man pikin want enjoy this country called Nigeria. As we speak, he come, he destroy the institution, he destroy education, no more education. Poor men children before they go pitch school like Unilag, Unilore, Unizik, how much be their money before? 30, 40,000. The moment Tinubu government came, with the year say they pay 100, 150, 200, 300, depending on the courses where they study. You go say these people they mean well for you. I still pity people where go they run up and down. They run up and down. Say, hey, it not be Tinubu, if it not be Peter Obi. I say this country don't yamutu. This country don't budget. This country don't yakata. The best thing now, make you carry your knife, para, make everybody go. What Nnamdi Kanu say is the final. No two way about that. Make una watch this video of Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. How he finally call for the division. It's the only way. If you dey watch this video, no watch am alone. You go too selfish. Share this video, make other people self watch am. Watch this video and subscribe to this channel.
In this Boko Haram saga, to be able to give us information about what the Boko Haram stood for. If it is only about hunger, because we try different options, I don't need to give a sermon. It will look as if I am trying to defend my own government. That will come up later when we will document, we'll write our books. But I believe We took different options, set different committees. We tried our best within that 5 years that I was there. I believe late Buhari too must have tried his best, because one of the committees we set up then, the Boko Haram nominated Buhari to lead their team to negotiate with government. So I was feeling that, if they nominated Buhari to represent them and have a discussions with the government committee, then when Buhari took over, it could have been an easy way to negotiate with them, and they would have handed over their guns, but it was still there till today. I believe the government, luckily the defense minister is here. The service chiefs all are represented there. I think we will need a slightly different approach, and God willing. The military services don't play unnecessary politics. Well, we know there's politics everywhere, but they play the politics of within the army, not the kind of politics we play. But after leaving office, I realized that quite a number of professionals in the security services play dirty politics. But General Rabo is one person that does not get into that. White is white, black is black. Thank you, you're a gift to this country. And the title of the book is quite interesting. Scars and the Boko Haram Conundrum. It is interesting because, when I was in office, and one of the major scars on my government, and it would be on my face, and like Bishop Cook has said, no plastic or cosmetic surgeon can remove it, is the issue of the Chibok girls. It's a scar that I will die with. But later on, people may know a little more details. And that's also to do with the Boko Haram. What do they really want? Of course, our chairman raised the issue when interviewed some of them, and they gave him some perspective. But probably one day, I pray that some of the Boko Haram leaders may be literate enough to document what they have done, so that people will really know what they wanted. Because it's like the story of the Nigerian Civil War. If you read one of the books, My Command, I think that's one of the first books that came out from President Obasanjo, because he was there. Then Ojukwu wrote his own, Because I Am Involved. So when those who were involved in something say it, you get a different perspective. If you go through a research, interview a lot of people, yes, you'll get part of the story, but you will never get the full story of the Boko Haram. Because I was there, the Boko Haram started 2009 when I was the vice president to late Yaradua. Of course, I took over 2010 for 5 years, battling with the Boko Haram until I left. I thought that immediately I leave, within a reasonable time, late General Buhari was going to wipe them out, but till today, the Boko Haram is still there. So the issue of Boko Haram is a little more complex than sometimes we can conjecture. In 1999, when Obasanjo became a president, we know we had some issues in the Southwest. But government was able to bring it down because there was a clear focus, there was clear reason, and government was able to. Then we had issues in the Niger Delta. And when I became the vice president, one of the major things I did was to visit the most dangerous camp of the militants in the Niger Delta. I remember when we flew down to Warri, by the time we got to the waterfront to take boats to that camp, they sent information to us that anybody following me must not carry a weapon. My ADC, my CSO, that nobody should carry a weapon. In fact, the Commissioner of Police of Delta State said, Vice President, no, you will not go there. The State Director of SSS to say, no, I will not go. I told them I will go. So even my officers, my ADC, my CSO and so on, they handed over their guns to the CP and the SDS of Delta State, and none of them carried weapons. When we landed at the camp, these boys lining up one this way, one road this way, with their assault rifles, just facing the bush, not even looking at my direction as if there was nothing happening. We passed through them, sorry. We had a meeting with their leaders and so on. We had spent almost 1 hour there. When we came back, that was the beginning of solving the the Niger Delta crisis. And we're able to get through. At least now there's a reasonable pace in the Niger Delta. If you, like Bishop Kuka mentioned, the 82 and 83, when we have the Maitasinde religious crisis in this country. From research, the Maitasinde religious crisis, when some of them were arrested and analyzed and interviewed, they came from parts of the Sahel area within Nigeria and outside Nigeria, where we had major droughts within that period. And the reader pest disease that wiped out so many cattle. And so many young people from these areas migrated to the cities, Maiduguri and others, and they had no skills and nothing to do. And they were able to be recruited and cause havoc. Luckily, it was a military government then. So when the military intervened, they were able to bring it down because there was a clear reason. The reason of young people who were looking for survival, but they had no skills, and so on and so forth. So if you put all these things together, you begin to say, this Boko Haram, why is it that from 2009 till date, we've not been able to resolve the crisis of Boko Haram? So just like Bishop Kuka tried to raise.
It is obvious now clearly that the Northerners have an agenda of what they are running. And that's why you can see that their agenda have worsened the cause of insecurity or brought insecurity to Nigeria today. Every insecurity you see today started from the north, not a part of Nigeria. It was like play, Boko Haram started in 2019. And the element that are being that they are being accused of this, they are still in government today. Most of them are governors, most of them are senators. From Boko Haram, we have ISWAP. From ISWAP, we have different type of name today. Yesterday, you can see that the northern governors and traditional rulers, where Sultan of Sokoto, Emir, Sanusi of Kanu, they were all present. Yesterday, they have decided that part of it to limit this insecurity in the north is to stop this legal mining. They knew that this legal mining is causing insecurity. You know, when Adam Soshomole came out and said that what is happening in the north, the northerners elite, they know about it, but they keep mute. That all they are doing is because of the legal mining they are mining. That's why they are giving these guys guns to protect the Chinese that are doing this legal mining, so that Nigeria security agency will not be able to go close to these Chinese people. They are also causing the insecurity to divert the attentions of Nigerian armies and Nigerian insecurity. And he accused most of them as a retired Nigerian army that we are doing it. But you know, they keep mute. If we are to be a Niger Delta oil or oil from the south, let's assume the oil is being found in Ondo State. The Southwest now decided that this oil, you know what, we'll be using this oil. The North will be the first person to raise alarm. You can remember that when Tinubu want to restructure this tax, this thing, they came out a number. They said they disagree with Bola Ahmed Tinubu because they feel that it will not favor them. Tax B. But the mining in the north is only made for the north. Even as they are still even using the mining in the north, the poverty of Nigeria still started from the north, and today is still residing in the north. This is the questions. Tinubu cannot solve the problem. They brought their brother Buhari. Buhari could not solve the problem. In fact, Buhari created more problem for Nigeria that has he met Nigeria. Tinubu is there now. Yoruba feel that Tinubu will be the one that will help Nigeria. Tinubu have worsened the situation of Nigeria. Atiku, in the other hand, is warming up. He wants to become president of Nigeria. What does he have to do that he did not do when he was the vice president of Obasanjo? is to tell you that, as I keep saying it on this channel, that nobody has solution to Nigeria problem. The only solution to Nigeria problem is to divide the country, let everybody go on their own separate way. The North are now telling me that now it is now they realize that legal mining is the one causing insecurity. And yesterday, to the best of their knowledge, as they met, they decided to suspend legal mining for 6 months. They decided to suspend legal. See, let's not. Nnamdi Kanu is the prophet. If you don't have regard for Nnamdi Kanu, after watching this my video, have regard for that man. That man, you can only get that kind of man once in thousands years. They are very rare to see. A man who has unveiled, who have what's to be happen, a man who solves tomorrow is a man Nnamdi Kanu. A man who did not come into this struggle because of money. Omo now have exposed how he was being convinced to go and meet Nnamdi Kanu, to tell Nnamdi Kanu to drop this agitation, to accept the offer that the federal government has offered for him. Omo have said it. If the federal government say Omo let them come, let them swim Omo. Why is it that every information that Omo will bring accuse the federal government, they keep mute? It's to tell you that it is true. The same Omo he came out, he told Nigerians that there is an agreement between the Yorubas and the Fulani Hausa that Igbo man will not become president. Up to today, this kind of thing, we have Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo. Somebody now say, okay, there's an agreement, they say Igbo man cannot be president or vice president of Nigeria. Up to this very moment, the federal government did not call Showore to say, bring the proof. Where did you see the letter? It's to tell you that it is real. Showore knows what is going on. The information is on his table. But when he called the president a criminal, the DSS, the EFCC, everybody, they want to clamp him down because he called it one. But the whole tribe was being indicted. That the 2 tribes out of the 3 major groups say one can never be. And if you look at it, since 1999, that Yakubu Gowon said no Victor, no vanquish, Igbo should come, let them form one Nigeria and forsake Biafra. Ever since then, Igbos have not been allowed to be vice president or to be the president of Nigeria. The only last time in 2023 where Obi came out to contest, up to today, you can see this, the hangar is still in Lagos. They are destroying their properties here and there because they feel that people came out en masse to vote for Peter Obi. But what they don't know that people did not vote for Peter Obi because Obi is an Igbo man. No, because even a lot of Yorubas, they voted for Peter Obi. What we saw in Obi is competent. What we saw in Obi is a man who is ready to work for Nigeria. Even to now that we are being discouraged because nobody has the solution to Nigeria problem, the best thing is everybody to go on their own way. But as of 2023, what many Nigerians see as an alternative, because when we saw what Buhari has done to Nigeria, we say never should we allow somebody like this Tinubu and Atiku, because we knew these 2 of them, if they come, is to come and make their friend happy. You can see what Bola Ahmed Tinubu is doing now. If you are not a politician, if you don't work for him, nothing for you. And that's why Bola Ahmed Tinubu now, all he keep doing it now is to give portfolio to settle his praise singers, those in his political party. Nothing as that. If the Bola Ahmed Tinubu government does not have time for Nigerians, whether Nigeria is suffocating or not, it's none of his business. And that's why you can see the economy is crumble. You can see security is gotten out of it. If not, how will you tell me that somebody will go and give a minister of defense to a former governor who could not control security as a governor for 8 years? A man who does not even have any knowledge of his security. A man who had been told that he read an accountant. What does an accountant have to do with security, man? Just to compensate him, just to make sure that he is thinking that the North will think he's carrying the North along, he give him minister of defense. Where they have generals, retired generals who are there, who have the experience supposed to go for this, but Tinubu neglect them and support and choose his political ally to settle. What of Matawale? Matawale was a teacher before. Matawale does not know anything. As a former governor, he was being even indicted that he have a link with the terrorists. Then you are compensating those people. You now tell me how this kind of country you can have a sit down, you have a dream that this kind of country will move forward. No, now. We play too much in this country. Look at his ministerial nominee he brought now. Mokiri, Fenika Ode. These are the people. Excuse me, we have graduates in this country. We have bankers. We have people who have integrity, who have lived all their lives to make Nigeria a life better. Where are they? But all Bola Ahmed Tinubu government and the APC is doing is to keep compensating their praise singer, compensating their friends who are lying to Nigerians. What has Oji Kalu daughter have to do with the ambassador? Are they the only one in Abia State? Are there no other competent people? Your father is a senator, a former governor. Now they are compensating the daughter as an ambassador. You can now see the reason why Oji Kalu is coming out on her massively to support Tinubu and Justice Omotosho of jailing Nnamdi Kanu. If all these politicians, you know that they are fighting for their personal interest, they are not fighting for you. And that's why I laugh at people during the 2023 election. Oh, yeah, some pastor say, how will I leave my brother and go and vote for Moibo? Go to that pastor church now. How many people is the pastor paying now? The churches are more problem to Nigeria problem. You can see somebody like Bishop Kuka. Bishop Kuka is telling you that there's no Christian genocide in Nigeria. He's from the north, he's from Sokoto. He knows what he did. This is the same man who criticized Buhari government, who was in the throne of Tinubu Buhari government. He talked all manner of things against. What has changed? Tell me, between Buhari government and Tinubu government now, what is the difference in terms of insecurity? For me, there's no difference. Oh, Tinubu is working. What is he working? He's working that he give a minister of defense to a politician, a former governor. He's working that Matawale, who has been leaked off with what? He's working that this ambassador ministerial list that is given to his friends, his praise singer. Bishop Kuka have disappointed himself, not the body of Christ. You will have kept mute. It's far better than to come out and say there is no genocide in Nigeria, Christian genocide in Nigeria. There is, of course, I'm not saying that it is only Christian that be killed. They are killing Muslims. They are killing other tribal, other this thing. But there is a Christian genocide in Nigeria. You cannot tell me. You can see the middle belt, the way in which they are penetrating the middle belt now. They are focusing on the churches. Within the 2 weeks now, you saw how many times they have invaded churches now, kidnapped people from the church. And you see, there are persecution of Christians in Nigeria, whether we like it or not. Oh, look at the Bakari, today Bakari at the other hand. This is the same man who called Jonathan all manner of names. This is the same man who championed the protest in Najota. I mean, Tunde Bakari. But today now he's talking about Donald Trump aim is to come and collect the oil of Nigeria. Donald Trump this and all that. Go and check these people.